In today's lecture, you will see the formation of a standing wave in a transmission line and how we define standing wave ratio if standing wave or a stationary wave formed in a transmission line. And you will also see the relationship between reflection coefficient and a standing wave ratio, and you will also see the position of maxima and minima of a stationary wave in a transmission line. So we consider a transmission line that is terminated in ZR. If this ZR is not equal to Z0, then in my previous lecture I told you that whenever ZR will not be equal to Z0, then reflections will be set up. So the one stationary wave is formed. If from source end to receiver end you will get a standing wave, and from load end to source end you will have one reflected wave. So incident wave and reflected wave are superimposed, and one stationary wave, standing wave, is formed like this. So you see that incident wave is represented by blue wave, and reflected wave is here represented by green wave, and both of them will superimpose in a transmission line, and one stationary wave, standing wave of red color will be formed with a definite maxima and minimas. We can locate maxima and minimas along a transmission line. So whenever ZR will not be equal to Z0, then such a stationary wave, standing wave, will be formed, and we can define a standing wave ratio there. So how we define a standing wave ratio? Standing wave ratio, here I am defining for voltage. So voltage standing wave ratio is represented by capital S. So it is the ratio of mod value of voltage maxima and minima along a transmission line of stationary wave. V maxima, that is of maximum voltage of stationary wave, and V minima, that is the voltage minima of stationary wave. Now this is the definition of standing wave ratio. Now we will calculate its value. This way we define voltage standing wave ratio. Now we are going to see its derivation, what will be its value in a transmission line. We know that voltage at a distance of y from load end, that is equal to a to the power plus py plus b to the power minus py, where a value is small a is Vr plus Z0 IR upon 2, and b value is Vr minus Z0 IR upon 2 e to the power minus py. So this is the voltage at a distance of y from load end. This is from load end, this is not from source end. We assume here if loss is small, means what? Alpha is very small or it is very small, so we can neglect alpha. So alpha is equal to 0. In that case p is equal to alpha plus j beta, so alpha will be 0. So p is equal to complex propagation constant, that will be equal to j beta. So we put here the value of p, so you will get a to the power plus j beta y and b to the power minus j beta y. And we know the reflection coefficient, it is nothing but the ratio of reflected wave to the incident wave. So this will be the b by a at load, y is equal to 0, at load y is equal to 0. So at load we define b by a. Reflection coefficient is a complex quantity, so that's why we have written like this. This is the mod of k, its magnitude, and theta angle. So mod k e to the power j theta, we write it's a complex quantity. So we put here the value of b is equal to a mod of k e to the power j theta in this expression. So b, we have put the value of here b is equal to a mod k e to the power j theta, and I am taking out common a e to the power plus j beta y from this expression. So we will get a e to the power plus j beta y bracket 1 plus mod of k to the power j theta to the power j to beta y. Again you will get from this expression, you will get this. Now we have to calculate the value of voltage value of maxima and voltage value of minima. So this expression will be maximum, so voltage will be maximum when this term you will get, that is equal to plus sign or plus 1, and minima if we get this value, that is minus 1. So voltage will be maximum is this term, that is the e to the power minus j to beta y minus theta. that is equal to plus 1. This will be the this will possible when this 2 beta y maximum minus theta, that is equal to 2n pi, where n is that is 0, 1, 2, 3. So for first maximum we will write n is equal to 0, for second maximum we will write n is equal to 1. Similarly, it will be minimum if e to the power minus j 2 beta y minus theta is equal to minus 1. This will be possible when this value is equal to 2n plus 1 pi. So n is equal to 0 will give you first minima, n is equal to 1 will give you second minima, position of second minima. So we will get V maximum and its mod value, because this will be equal to plus 1, so n its mod value, so we take the mod of a also, so 1 plus mod of k value, you will get V maxima, and V minima you will get mod of a mod value of minima voltage, mod of a 1 minus k. When you take this value, because standing wave ratio is the voltage maximum mod value divided by V minima its mod value, so that is you will get 1 plus mod k, 1 minus mod k. So this is the relationship between stationary wave ratio, standing wave ratio, and voltage reflection coefficient k. So S is equal to 1 plus mod k, 1 minus this, remember this is mod k, so not simply k, it's a mod k, where k reflection coefficient, this is a complex quantity where k is equal to k to the power j theta, and that is equal to zr minus z naught upon zr plus z naught. Here this is not mod value, remember that. Now the position of first, now we will see the position of maxima and minima. So 2 beta y max minus theta 2n pi. So first maximum we will get for n is equal to 0, second maximum we will get for n is equal to 1, first minimum we will get for n is equal to 0, second minimum we will get for n is equal to 2. So this will be the position for we see here the position of maxima and minima of voltages for open circuited line. For open circuited line, that ZR will be infinite, so in that case ZR for open circuited line you will get output here, that will be voltage will be maximum you will get there, because for open circuited line ZR will be infinite. So here you will get maximum here voltage, because in that case open circuited line current will be 0, so you will get here maximum voltage. So the first maximum voltage you will get it here y max 1. Similarly the minima you will get here first minima here, then second maximum voltage you will get here. This is from load end, this is from load end. So all maxima and minima will have equal amplitude if alpha is 0. Otherwise it will be diminishing value, it will be diminishing value, otherwise it will be diminishing value, remember that. Now there is a one relation, Z max is Z naught S and Z minimum is Z naught S, because Z max is V max upon I minimum, so I minimum is V minimum by Z naught, and Z max is V max upon V minimum upon Z minimum. I minimum I put here, so you will get Z minimum is equal to V minimum upon I maximum value, and I max is equal to V max upon Z naught. So Z minimum is equal to V minimum and V max upon Z naught. So Z minimum is Z naught upon Zs and Z max is Z naught S. You will get, so maximum value of impedance when stationary wave will be formed, the maximum impedance point will be, its value will be Z naught into S, standing wave ratio, and minimum value of impedance in standing wave ratio when is formed, that is equal to Z naught by S. So this is all about standing wave ratio, its relationship between reflection coefficient, and what will be the position of maxima and minimas, and what will be the value of impedance maximum and impedance minimum when a stationary wave is formed in a transmission line.